My dear students of class 3, today I am here again to take your value education class. The other day we have discussed about moral values. Values are the principles that help you to decide what is right and wrong and how to act in various situations. I repeat, values are the principles that help you to decide what is right and wrong and how to act in various situations. We already know that values help us to grow and develop. Values help us to grow and develop. Values govern the way we behave, comment, and interact with others. Values govern the way we behave, comment, and interact with others. Some of the important values, as you know, are honesty, loyalty, trust, love, forgiveness, truthfulness, friendship, kindness, and so on. In the previous class, I had discussed the necessity of being kind. Today we are going to discuss something else. Today also I'd like to tell you a story and you will have to find out the moral value that I want to teach you through this story. Followed? Okay. So please listen to the story carefully. It is a very well-known story. Once there lived a poor woodcutter. He used to cut trees in the woods. One day he was cutting wood on the bank of a river. His axe fell down into the river. The river was deep. He couldn't take his axe out. So he sat on the bank of the river and began to weep, began to cry. Mercury, the god of water, appeared. He asked the reason of his weeping. The woodcutter told the story, the whole story. Mercury dived into the water and brought a golden axe. The woodcutter refused to take it. "No, it is not my axe," the woodcutter said. Mercury again dived and brought a silver axe. The woodcutter didn't take it either. Then he brought an iron axe. The woodcutter took it gladly. "Yes, this one is mine." Mercury was much pleased. He rewarded the woodcutter with the other two axes. Now children, tell me, why did the god of water reward the woodcutter with the other two axes? Why did the god of water reward the woodcutter with the other two axes? Yes, the god of water rewarded the woodcutter by giving him all the three axes to see the honesty of the woodcutter. The honesty of the woodcutter. He could take the golden axe, the silver axe, but didn't do so. He spoke the truth. So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the story is that honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. So honesty is the key word. Honesty is the key word. Now what do you understand by the word honesty? Honesty means the quality of being honest. Honesty is when you speak the truth and act truthfully. Honesty is when you speak the truth and act truthfully. Honesty means more than not lying. An honest person doesn't do things that are morally wrong. An honest person doesn't do things that are morally wrong. Honesty is one of the most desirable character traits in us. If we are honest and truthful, God will always reward us in one way or the other. Therefore, honesty is the best policy. Honesty is the best policy. We should always follow the path of honesty. We should always follow the path of honesty. Now let me tell you another story on honesty. Once there was a very poor boy named Paul. He lived with his family. His parents worked hard to raise their son. Paul was a very good boy and always spoke the truth. One day, the king visited Paul's small village, and all the villagers came out to greet the king. The king was giving away cookies and candy. Paul and the villagers crowded near the king's carriage to get some of the gifts from the king. Finally, the king got to Paul and gave him a box full of cookies and candy. Now, Paul was so excited that he immediately rushed to home to share the candy with his family. When Paul returned home, he noticed that there was a beautiful ring in the box. He thought to himself that this ring could make him rich, and he and his family no longer had to worry about having enough food to eat. After thinking about what to do all the day, Paul decided to return the ring to the king. Paul decided to return the ring to the king. Paul went to the palace and returned the king's ring. The king was very thankful to Paul and said, "Son, this is my favorite ring. You are a very honest boy, and I want to reward you with lots and lots of gold coins." When Paul's parents got to know about his honesty, they became very happy. When Paul came home, his parents hugged him. From that day, Paul was a rich boy, and his family never went hungry again. So, honesty is always rewarded. Honesty is always rewarded. No matter what, we should always be honest in every situation. No matter what, we should always be honest in every situation. Any gain made through dishonesty is very short and will never keep you happy. Any gain made through dishonesty is very short and will never keep you happy. Honesty is a virtue that is found in very few people. It is a quality, that is found in very few people, and one must nurture it. One must practice it. Now, how to practice honesty in life? How to practice honesty in life? The aspect of honesty is essential in our lives. Honesty implies being truthful to others and oneself. Honesty implies being truthful to others and oneself. Before we are truthful to others, we must be honest with ourselves. I repeat, before we are truthful to others, we must be honest with ourselves. If we deny the truth ourselves, there is no way in which we can offer honesty to the world. If we deny the truth ourselves, there is no way in which we can offer honesty to the world. Dishonesty, lies, and falsification of facts are only momentary and short-lived. Dishonesty, lies, and falsification of facts are only momentary and short-lived. In the long run, the truth reveals itself and destroys the false. In the long run, the truth reveals itself and destroys the false. Honesty makes one's life simple and free of all complications. Honesty makes one's life simple and free of all complications. The importance and the need to be honest should be taught to people from the very beginning. The importance and need to be honest should be taught to people from the very beginning. Honesty instills a sense of respect and self-confidence. Honesty instills a sense of respect and self-confidence. So, in a nutshell, we can say, honesty doesn't mean simple speaking your mind. Honesty doesn't mean simple speaking your mind. Honesty means to be very clear about everything. Honesty means to be very clear about everything going on inside you. Okay. Where there is honesty, feelings become pure and clean. Where there is honesty, feelings become pure and clean. Honesty is where there are no other thoughts or feeling inside other than those God Himself would have. God Himself would have. Such clarity is reflected in your word. They will be filled with the power of truth. Such clarity is reflected in your words. They will be filled with the power of truth. And spoken with ease and without hesitation. Spoken with ease and without hesitation. The genuine honesty cultivated within you is what will reach out and touch others. The genuine honesty cultivated within you is what will reach out and touch others. So, are you an honest person? To be an honest person is truly great. To be an honest person is truly great. God blesses those who are honest. God blesses those who are honest. Being honest may not get you a lot of friends, but it will always get you the right ones. Before us lie two paths, honesty and dishonesty. The short-sighted embark on the dishonest path, the wise on the honest. The wise know the truth. Honesty is considered as the best policy of life. However, it is not so easy to have or develop. One can develop it through practice, but need more patience and time. One can develop it through practice, but need more patience and time. So, try to practice honesty. Try to be truthful and sincere. Let's be honest. Thank you, children. Take care.